Meghalaya Power Minister James P.K. Sangma chaired a meeting today on the 11th of June with the officials of the Meghalaya Energy Corporation Limited, which was attended by Secretary Power, the CMD, directors and other senior engineers of the MECL. This meeting was called to discuss the conditions put forth by the state government on MECL following the decisions of the former to provide 100% budgetary support to MECL to repay the Atmanirbhar loan.
The conditions that were put by the government for MECL were that the 100% guarantee would be given subject to MECL making sure that there would be a time-bound turnaround in the functioning of the MECL, and also there would be a certain security which would be provided in terms of mortgage of assets of the MECL to the government. I asked the MECL to give its suggestions and opinions on how we could improve the workings of the MECL. And many of the engineers, the directors, they gave very good suggestions. After deliberation on this issue for more than 3.5 hours, there were certain decisions which we have decided to go about, and these are something that there is unanimity in terms of our thinking as to how we can bring about this turnaround. I'll just start off by informing everyone about certain decisions that were taken in this meeting. The first one is regarding there has been a lot of talks about the outsourcing of the operation and maintenance of the Leshka and New Umtru project. So herein also it was expressed by the MECL that they have the core competence for this, and that they are very confident that they will be able to also go ahead with continue with the operation and maintenance of Leshka and of New Umtru. So therefore it was decided that that we will continue with the present system, and we are putting on hold the O&M for Leshka and for New Umtru. Similarly, the O&M for Basil also for the manning of the operation and maintenance of the substations, the new ones which have been constructed, that also was discussed. And we have decided to go for complete automation, because we have seen that we have less manpower, and to also go in for additional manpower will put in additional financial burden on the corporation, and therefore it is in the best interest of the corporation to go for automation in these substations, which will then reduce the dependence on manpower, on additional manpower. So that is also something that was discussed. Then another very important decision that we took today was regarding the practice of the MECL right now, wherein if there is any damage to a transformer supplying electricity to a village, and if these villages have huge outstanding dues, the practice, as we all know, is that these damaged transformers are only replaced after a minimum of 30% of the outstanding dues have been cleared by the village. We have felt that this is very unfair, and we have gone into revisiting this, and we have taken a decision that MECL will not be continuing with this practice. For any damaged transformer in a village, even if there are outstanding dues, these will be the onus of ensuring that the outstanding dues are um, are repaid in time, and also the fact that after the transformer is replaced and energy is restored, electricity is restored to this village, those who have defaulted, their disconnections will be disconnected, and it is the onus of ensuring that these people don't go back to illegal hooking would be placed on the village electricity committees or the Rangbashnongs, the headmans and Nokmas, whichever would be applicable in whichever place. So the moot decision was that the main decision was that wherever damaged transformers are there, these will be immediately replaced as soon as possible, and electricity would be restored to these villages. But those who have defaulted on their payments, their connections would be disconnected. There are many O&Ms which are already in place. We are relooking and revisiting all of them to see whether these have been in the best interest of the corporation or not, and we will be terminating those which we feel are not in the best interest, and we want to have a uniform policy in terms of O&M for the corporation. We have also I also realized today in the course of this presentation given by the MEECL that all three utilities are facing a very common problem in terms of shortage of manpower. There are many sanctioned posts, and against these sanctioned posts there are many vacancies that are there. So we understand that the MECL is facing a huge financial stress, and that is why the Power Department has in the past come out with an order to instruct MECL that all further recruitments will have to be vetted by the Power Department. Today in the presentation it was informed to the Power Department to me that there are many posts which are very, very essential and crucial to the better functioning and proper functioning of the corporation. So we have instructed MECL to give us the whole list of those positions which are still lying vacant, and to see how we can fill these up, but the justification has to be given as to that the justification that these are absolutely essential and necessary. We have also realized that a lot of manpower which is there in the MECL, there are about 4,800 employees, which is inclusive of contractual employees in the MECL. And despite having this very big workforce, there is very less efficiency in terms of output. So I have also instructed the CMD and the MECL that a rationalization exercise should be conducted wherever it is found that employees are there not proportionate to the requirement which is there. Then we will be rationalizing this and make sure that wherever there is less manpower, wherever there is manpower which is required and is not in place, there we will rationalize it so that employee strength can be equally and equitably distributed through the organization. We have also discussed about the tariff, and as to how tariff has for so many years not been increased. That has been a concern that was raised in the meeting. So we have asked the MECL to make sure that whatever review petition has been filed with the MSCRC, that they should do due diligence, and they should give a very focused approach to making sure that whatever review petition is submitted to the MSCRC is done in a proper manner. Whatever manpower is required, whatever expertise is required, that should be taken advantage of, and they should ensure that a proper review petition is put up to the Regulatory Commission for revision of our tariff. Then other things that we have discussed in the generation in the utility is regarding some of our generating stations which are there, namely the Untru station, which was commissioned in the year 1957, and this is right now not generating any power. So the power department has asked the MECL to prepare a report on how we can activate and kickstart the Untru 1957 power generating station. We have also instructed the generating utility that two projects which are in the pipe, which are in the process of construction right now, implementation, which is the Riangdo and the Ganol project. These are both small hydro projects. These have to be reviewed, and a review report has to be given on a timely basis. The other things that we have discussed today is that there are many ongoing schemes which are being implemented by the MECL, which are towards the system improvement of the distribution network. These are centrally sponsored schemes, and some are EAPs. So these schemes have to see timely implementation and timely completion. So this has to be taken up on priority, so that the strengthening of the distribution networks, whatever schemes are there, will eventually help in bringing about a turnaround in the MECL. Excuse me. Other things, of course, in terms of reduction of the aggregate technical and commercial losses, this subject was also brought about in terms of how do we reduce AT&C losses, how do we improve billing efficiency. So these matters were discussed, and many suggestions were also provided and given by the engineers, and we have asked the MECL that they should also take it up on mission mode to bring down the AT&C losses and to improve billing efficiency. Another very alarming thing that came to light today was regarding dependency of the statement of accounts and the audit that has not been taking place for the past 3 years, I think 3 or 4 years, which needs to be done on an urgent basis, because as we all know, the MECL is a corporation and is governed by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and they have to make sure that these audits which are pending for a very long time, from 2017 if I'm not wrong, so these have to be taken up, and I was informed that the matter is being pursued rigorously, and we expect that the audits and the statement of accounts, this whole exercise should be completed very soon, and but this is a matter of grave concern, and it's good that we had this meeting so that this could come out, and action is being taken on that. Of course, the revenue leakages in terms of realization of outstanding dues, which has been a big concern for the corporation. This was a concern for which the MECL had come up with a drive to realize these outstanding dues, both from HT and from LT consumers. One of the ways that we had gone for realization was to go on a disconnection drive. So this realization of the outstanding dues will continue, and this has to be pursued vigorously. That is something that has been instructed to the MECL, so that we realize our outstanding dues. We are also looking at how we can have capacity building exercises for our engineers, for our accountants, for basically the staff of MECL. So all these factors put together, how do we improve our revenue that is coming in, realize our outstanding dues. So once we have all these things in place, we expect that that is what we will define as a turnaround. Increase in revenue, reduction in leakages, improvement in the functioning of the corporation, um, improvement or rather reconciliation of the accounts and whatever backlogs that are there in terms of the pendency of the audit and of the statement of accounts. So all these things, once we have it, we would consider that as a turnaround within a period of 6 months. That is the target that's been set. A list of assets which has been compiled by the MECL. Of course, this is something that we have to sit with the government and MECL together. They have to sit down and go through that entire list of assets which are there with the MECL. So this is a security mechanism whereby MECL does not, tomorrow feel that everything is being done for them. They're being, spoon-fed, so to say. And so therefore we have this security that is there to make sure that that level of seriousness is there in terms of repayment of the outstanding dues or repayment of the loan that is being taken for Atmanirbhar.
With these key decisions taken by the Power Minister along with the senior government officials, the Power Department is confident in bringing a turnaround within the given period of 6 months. TNT Bureau.